Okay, I'm back from the range, the comfort of home, ready to take this bundle apart. It was a eventful shoot. Everything didn't work out smoothly. The last two rounds I fired were 125 grain spears. They did not penetrate all the way. First shot was a 180, then a 150, and I think the second round I shot the 180 first, and I guess the bundles stayed together on that one. They did both exit. I haven't looked to see what kind of shape they're in. I haven't looked after since the 125 grain hits at all. Two papers. Four papers. The larger bullets look like they're actually expanding more. Ooh, there's one of the 125s blowing up. That was at 2 inches or so. Yeah, it's totally fragmented there. I think I might see maybe some metal. Nah, it was something else. Two heavy bullets, two 125s. Yeah, we're at something like 3 inches in right now. Okay, now we got more going on. They're all exploding pretty good. That's where one of the 125s tried to blow out the top, but it didn't blow out too bad. Sheesh. Okay, now we have an explosion. Yeah, it's a mess. It's hard to even tell what's going on there. That is 3.5 inches in. Oh my goodness. Okay, still haven't seen anything like a bullet fragment, but it's got to be coming apart. Okay, that's the halfway point, about 4 inches. They're all kind of equalizing, the heavy bullets and the light ones. Yeah, everything's settling down at the halfway point. Same. That I believe is the 180. Looks like it's actually expanding or rotating kind of late. The 125s they're dying off, it looks like. Oop, I see a little bit of a 125 there. Yep, just jacket. A bit more 125 jacket. Kind of looks like the base of a bullet. Yeah, just a little fragment. Ooh, there's a 125. One of the 125s has quit. Yeah, it didn't make it through that last paper. The other one is in this paper with about a 1/2 inch of paper to go. So it made it about 8 inches, we'll say. And the 150 and 180, of course, they went all the way through. Okay, looks like maybe a little bit. Oh, okay, that's the 150 and 180. Yeah, the 125s are done now. Yeah, the 150 and 180. They went through the back panel pretty convincingly. Tore a big hole. They were expanded pretty good. Not entirely unexpected. The second bundle that did not have wood on the front, it was a little more interesting. It had 180 and 150. I believe when I shot the 180, it broke the bundle open. I didn't realize it, but the back half of the bundle, I believe, flipped over on its back, so it was not there when I fired the 150, because the 150 was expanding like crazy halfway through, and it just disappeared. The whole thing ended up piled up in a, it just tumbled after the second shot. Okay, pretty evenly expanding. Two more papers. Yeah, 150s making a little bigger hole. I envy the guys with clear gelatin. They don't have to do all this crap. Yeah, 150's got it going on. Oh my, bigger and bigger. Unfortunately, pretty soon is where it disappears. I'd like to have seen where that ended up. Yeah, the 180s, it's just sort of boring a deep, narrow hole all the way through, as opposed to the 150, which is really balling up. Bigger and bigger. Whew. Okay, kablooey. That's the end of the 150. It's blowing a massive hole at that point. Nope, I'm wrong. One more paper. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think there was nothing behind it at this point, so it just blew a gaping hole out. Oh, I'm wrong again. Two more papers. And then it disappears. That's where this back half, I think, laid down behind the front half. 180 is still going. Start to kind of spread out in a big depression, which is when they tend to stop. Although we know it didn't stop, it came out the back. Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, not at all unexpected that the 180 went all the way through. I believe that's probably what everyone thinks of when they think of a 30-06 and what it does. That may have been the front of this stack. I've restacked this one because it fell to pieces. That must have been the entry right here. It belongs on the bottom, because it hadn't even started expanding here yet. Okay, that's about it for that. Now going back to the first stack, we've got a bullet here somewhere. We did. I must have lost it. It must be back in the stack. I'll dig it out and maybe have an ending video with what I found of the bullet. Thank you.